So good afternoon everyone and welcome back for another Republic of Motorsport Grand Prix. This is round 4. This is the Shanghai International Race Circuit, and yeah, this is the Republic of Motorsport. We've had a good opening 3 rounds and it looks like the main title protagonists are going to be Stubbsy and Rooney going toe to toe all of the way, and it's a battle about who's going to be best of the rest. I've heard a few rumours that a few boys fancy this track in particular, and we may see a bit closer racing today. But yeah, looking forward to a good Grand Prix. It does throw up some good racing, this circuit. You know, there's a lot of low to medium speed corners as well as that long straight, so you can stay and really send it on a few occasions around here. Turn 1 is not advisable. It's very easy to make contact down into turn 1, and the squeeze does come along, and the car is, like, you know, very unsettled and right on a knife edge in terms of traction already. But let's hope we get some good weather. Touch wood. That's the first thing that we need this weekend to make it a good race. Yeah, let's see what we're up for, boys. Let us know in the chat, s'il vous plaît. Now we've got a good qualifying condition. Nice sunny day. I'll just open the chat actually right here. Moving now, boys. So yes, 18 minutes qualifying. This is a short qualifying format here, so you probably get 3 runs at best. Drivers will just be applying the setups to their cars as we speak and just planning their strategy in terms of what they're going to do in this qualifying. Are they going to opt for a medium compound, which is quite a good strategy? It gives you a bit more flexibility as well. You can go a bit deeper into the Grand Prix and have fresher tyres towards the end, and yeah, be in a good place if there is an early safety car and all of them soft runners do box, maybe commit to a 2-stop at that point. So we've got Ludlow, RSF1 Vettel. They're currently just come out on track, so we're going to follow them around. Good to see Pez back on the grid, and if you're wondering, Shafty excuse me, well, they pronounce that way. Yes, Shafty is also known as Shrimper. He's using his other account today. As you can see, already struggling for his traction there. Just testing the limits of adhesion. When the tyres up a bit too much there, Vettel. I do like the Haas livery this year. It's a lot cleaner, more authentic feel to it. I've got it in one of my leagues and I quite like driving the Haas. Ferrari engine sounds pretty good in the back as well. To wind one up, so we'll ride on board. We cross the start-finish straight. We head down in towards turns 1 and 2. Drops it down to 5th gear. Holds the apex. Hold it as tight as you can, whilst carrying as much speed as possible through here. Again, back down to 2nd. On 3rd on the throttle. And get on the gas nicely. We've got another short blast down to this heavy braking. 2nd gear corner. Traction is really a premium out of that corner. Come into this fast left. He stay flat. Yes, he does. Drop it down a couple of gears here. Again, stay as tight as you can so you can go as wide into this corner. So a short shift through there, get the traction. Very easy to spin it through there. You come down into the DRS detection zone, which is just around this corner. And you want to short shift through a couple of these corners just to get on the power as nice and clean as possible. It's going to benefit you all the way down this straight, and we've got a car up ahead of us. It's going to give us a cheeky toe, we hope. We've already lost Shaney. What's happened to Shaney? Apex pushing very hard. Almost out of ERS as we approach the final corner. Tip that Apex, not too much though. He's gone slower on purpose. I think he's going to try a medium, that means. What can Ludlow do? He's coming up to the line. So, Ludlow a 31.7. Yanni Jans on the back straight in the sister Haas. Yanni Jans a decent driver. Followed him over a couple of different series. Nice guy as well. Is this lap going to be looking good? Can't be greedy on that final corner, otherwise it will chew up and spit you out, and he pops up to second. 31.7 for him as well. We've got on the back straight here, we've got quite a few cars. We've got Pez. And Pez kick us off with. It's going to be quick. We go second. Got a couple of cars here. Right, Aki's dived into the pits. K-Mag goes fastest, 31.1. Not sure if Lawn's going again or not, but Dunsworth has invalidated. Be a minute before we get a couple of other times. Excuse me, Stubbsy, sorry, has popped up there with a 1 minute 30.819. He's put a nice little buffer there. He's on the mediums as well. He's on the mediums, boys. So it's K-Mag. That's a decent banker there for Stubbsy. So yeah, Lawn did decide to come back into the pits. Don't know if anyone else will be on a second push lap. Oh, no one's got the power turned up. The wick is turned down. But we do have Shafty, also known as Shrimper. This is his other account. Yeah, Farale. Let's see what he can do. Decent track Shanghai. I've grown to love it. I didn't like it too much in 2019. I much prefer it on this updated game. It's always good battles. If you get good traction around here, you can really get a slingshot on the car in front of you. You've got DRS enabled all the way down into that first gear corner at the hairpin. Shanghai hosted its first Grand Prix back in 2004, and it was built at a cost of £132 million. It's just outside of Shanghai itself. Straight at Shanghai is 1.4 kilometers long, one of the longest on the calendar. And yeah, one of the iconic features is that long right-hand corner, which opens the lap, which we're just coming down to now. So you actually turn in 270 degrees through that corner before switching back to the left. I'm going to get a nice slingshot down the straight here. So we have one purple, sector 1. We've got Lawn, Celtic Speed, Aki, Ludlow, Pez and Vettel coming back up. So yeah, it's a 5.4 kilometer circuit. Full race distance is 56 laps with a distance of 305 kilometers. Pole position is on left hand side. Lap record was a 132.238. That was back in 04 in the Michael Schumacher era. be on the loud pedal for 54% of the circuit. You can see it's quite tight and twisty. Abort. Just coming up to start a lap now. Celtic speed. Quite a high downforce level circuit. Need the grip through like the medium speed corners such as here, these next sequence of corners. So you're really testing the car and it really can kick out on you. Carrying 100 mile an hour, 120 on the exit there. Pit lane time loss is approximately just over 17 seconds, give or take, depending on the stop and your pit entry as well around here. Qualification, we've got just over 7.5 minutes. It's currently Stubbsy that leads the way, and it's K-Mag in P2, both on their mediums, then Vettel in third on the soft compound, then we've got Pez on the hards, Yanni Yans on the softs, on those soft. Westerns currently on the medium as well. We've got Celtic speed up to the line. Is he going to he's going to improve, and he pops himself into P4, 31.5, very respectable lap time there. But I think he's going to carry on pushing maybe. I'm just going to save the tyre. So he's saving the tyre now. Also got Lorne, he's opted also to go for that medium compound. A lot of drivers looking at that now. Yeah, and the actual fastest lap was a 31.095. That was Sebastian Vettel 2018 in qualifying 3. As you can see, we're already smashing that. Pez has anyway a 29.9 for CSR Pez. He's gone onto the soft tyre, and boy has he delivered. He's put himself right up there, and it's going to be the cat amongst the pigeons. Here comes Lorne up to the line. He does a 31.6. Currently out there. Let's keep an eye on Aki. He's invalidated though. So who's going to be the first? We've got Dunsworth. So welcome to the chat. Matty C, Matty Condobit, we've got ABR Tempo. What's Republic of Motorsport is ROM. It's really overweight, man. Rocks of Mexico, rather old monkeys. You could stand for whatever you want really, but it is the Republic of Motorsport, boys. Sounds a bit better, I'd say. Just use a bit too much curve. That exit curve does catch you out, and it's bitten Dunsworth. So we got James 95, looking good in the Red Bull, and we've gone purple sector 1. Stay on board actually. The interesting fact: the race originally appeared at the end of the championship, and it was the final round of 2005, a race which Renault clinched the Constructors' Championship. But since 09 it was always a part of the opening series of Flyaway Grand Prix. And unfortunately it was one of the first ones to get chalked off the calendar this year. Of course COVID, China at the time, was a bit of a delicate subject. And hopefully we'll be going back there soon, when it's all safe and sound. I really love these grandstands as well. I miss the ones at like Sepang and final sequence of corners. Wish we could get Sepang back. It was rumoured we could have a Flyaway Grand Prix if we needed to there this year. But talks are getting closer about Turkey returning to the calendar, and James pops himself up into P4. Very decent on the mediums there. That's a 1 minute 30.9, just over a second there off the pole position, but very respectable given the the step in tyres very close to Stubbsy as well. So Stubbsy needs to look over his shoulder and in front of him at the minute. He's getting attacked by a few new foes. And got Vettel here. Just turned it down. He was close, Matt. He was close, I'll give you that, mate. Almost had it. But yeah, big up the boys. Of course, affiliated drivers that I know personally very well is CSR Pez. Of course, he races for like calendar season racing, hence the CSR. And yeah, that's on Mondays. So I'm racing alongside him there. Very quick driver. Recently converted to the wheel and looking like he's stepping back up in the levels once again. So we've got an invalidation here. Who's going to be next to start? We've got 2 Red Bulls, we've got one coming into the pits, and we've got a Haas. Right, so that's Vettel. It's going to be Pez next on a lap. Again on the soft tyre. This can work for you, this strap. Really attack the race. And that's all for James. Just over 2 minutes remaining. He wouldn't get back in and out in time. As we've got the final guys coming out the pits for one more attack at this qualifying session. Currently the main championship contenders. Stubbsy is currently 3rd on the grid. Rooney currently in 6th. Expect them to come out very late. Be one of the last across the line. How's Sector 1 looking? Looking too bad. We've got a few cars up ahead of us. Hopefully we don't catch them in time. That's enough for Lorne as well. He's going to settle for the meets. And yes, very gentlemanly there. We pull out of the way. Thank you, chaps. Although Pez wouldn't mind a cheeky toe down the back straight on the power now. Hot lap enabled, approaching DRS as it pops open the rear wing. Currently Pez, Ludlow, Stubbsy, James. Can that change in these final laps? I'm sure it will. Here comes Pez for the final time round the last corner. Just got 50 seconds to get across the line and it's a 28.899. He improves. He just taken a sliver off of that. But yeah, exceptional there, Pez. Very decent lap time. Who else is on the lap? Westerns has popped himself up into P2, a 1 minute 30.597 now on them soft tyres as well. Who's going to be next? Looks like it's going to be Shrimper, also known as Shafty. Seconds remaining before the checkered flag is out. Looks like most of the boys have got round in time and are on a flyer now. Lock up into the hairpin, shouldn't cost us too much time. Get up the power as early as you dare as we approach the final corner. Hug it like your favourite grandma, as Brandon would say. Run it out wide, too wide. We've invalidated. We're not going to get a lap time in. That is going to be it for Shrimper. Gutted right at the death there. Who's next around? Looks like we've got a Renault up ahead of us. Yeah, it's Dunsworth. He's on the back straight. He's got his teammate behind him as well. He's trying to drag him along. It's a double effort here. We've got Dunsworth on the soft compound, dragging his teammate of Celtic Speed on their mediums as we come down into the hairpin. What can they do in this closing stages of qualification? Times are going to be coming thick and fast now, boys. As we come up to the line, teammate has wheeled off into the pits. Dunsworth at 31. It's up to the big boys now. We've got Stubbsy. Where's Rooney? Rooney's had enough. Yeah, Rooney will not contend anymore. I think it's only Stubbsy that can really challenge now. And no, he's going to start on the mediums. Tactical there. Very tactical. It was like a game of chess. Just seeing where everyone moves their pieces in the final minutes. Who goes on what strategy. And Stubbsy confident. Yes, he's got 3 soft runners ahead of him. He's the leading medium runner. And that's pretty good place to be starting the Grand Prix. So it's going to finish Pez on pole. Weston's up alongside him. Nice to see a change in the order, boys. And we've got Ludlow P3, Stubbsy P4. Then it's James 95 in 5th. RSF1 K-Mag takes 6th. Rooney in 7th. Vettel 8th. Celtic Speed 9th. Lawn in 10th. Then it's Yanni Jans who start P11. Pretty good place to be starting. Free tyre choice, of course. And then we've got Dunsworth, RSF1 Shaney, who we lost early on. Hopefully we got him back, as well as the rest of the grid. So no time for Aki, Shafty or Shaney. Oh, don't press that. Don't press that. So in the championship, Stubbsy currently leads on 69 points to Rooney's 62. Then there's a big gap down to Shrimper, also known as Shafty, on 27. And then we've got Lawn, James, K-Mag, Celtic Speed, Yanni Jans, Westons, Dunsworth, Ludlow, Vettel, Stato, Ioaks, Pez. A lot of work to do, Pez. Only started 1 Grand Prix this year. He's going to want to make it work today. Then it's Aki, Shaney, ZZ, Sinquesti, Daisy. And we're missing a few of the boys today, unfortunately. But looking forward to a good Grand Prix. Just take a short break before we kick proceedings off. We'll have a formation lap and we'll get into it good and proper. So people retiring on track ruined Rooney there. And to be honest, boys, that's not the boy you want to ruin the lap for. Because he is the main admin, you know. So, oh dear. So as we just wait for the lobby host to ready up, we've got good conditions, it seems, here in Shanghai. Looks like it'll be a dry Grand Prix, especially from the tyre struts that we saw as well. All points us to a clean, dry session. Yeah, Stubbsy, good tactics there, mate. Starting on the softs, we'll have to do a 2-stop. They can go hards, but the tyre wear will be awful. Have to be very careful towards the end, we reckon. Yeah, it'll make for a very good race. There you got Shrimpy in the chat. What are you saying, sir? Good luck today in the Grand Prix. Thanks for everyone that has tuned in for the Republic of Motorsport. This is the round 4. This is the Chinese Grand Prix around the Shanghai International Circuit. Thank you for everyone who recently followed the channel, such as Francis Fittipaldi, Toki37, all the support boys, up to 71 follows. Appreciate that. Yeah, thank you, Matt C, for following the channel recently. We've got Iris RX, as well as myself in my new account. So got tier 1 action as well later on. So if you want a bit of more F1 in your life, look no further than we've got ABR tier 1. That'll be taking place at 7:30 this evening. You'll be able to see the likes of Stubbsy really cutting his teeth against some of the finest on this game. And yeah, it's going to be a cracker of a Grand Prix again at China. So this always gives me a good taste of what is to come. And yeah, expecting very interesting Grand Prix. Some drivers going different directions with the strategy. Hopefully the safety car doesn't decide the fate of a lot of the boys around here, because yeah, if we get an early safety car, we do have quite a lot of wide runoffs, but it's always possible. But yeah, we'll be praying that the safety car gods don't decide the fate today of the likes of Pez, and that he can get a clear run, get away hopefully, and get his head down early on in this Grand Prix. Breaking the DRS is going to be crucial, that long back straight. We know ERS is powerful, but if someone is in your DRS, they'll be able to manage it a lot closely, and yeah, go on the attack when needed. So who's your predictions for the Grand Prix win today? Looking at current form, you'd have to say it would be between the likes of Stubbsy, Rooney, but James is looking tasty here as well. Watch out for him. Of course, watch out for Pez and Weston's on the front row. They can do bits early on. Good on you. I don't blame you, Matt. Matt's saying I already followed the channel. I just unfollowed and refollowed because I wanted to see my name on the screen. Why not, mate? Why not? I don't mind. As long as you're following, it's all support, it's all love. So we've got the green lights, 25 seconds remaining. This is your final warning. We'll be kicking off the race good and proper very soon, boys. So strap yourself in, get ready for the Chinese Grand Prix. It's about to get lit. This is the Republic of Motorsport Round 4. Let's go. So we'll get the formation lap. So we'll just have a quick run through of the grid. So it's CSR Pez in the Red Bull starting on pole position. Red Bull does go pretty well on occasions around Shanghai, and it's gone very well in qualifying so far. Going to look to get that launch on that softer compound off the start and try to stretch his legs as soon as possible. Hopefully there'll be some battles behind him. But Weston's, of course, he'll have the inside run down into turn 1 because he'll be on the right hand side of the grid. Pole sitter will be on the left hand side. Then got Ludlow just behind him. He'll be looking to attack and to fend off them medium runners. You don't want to have a medium runner in front of you when you're starting on them soft compound tyres. You want to make them work as soon as possible. Sorry, my I don't know if you can hear me again, but yeah, I've got the listening device here. It's a bit spooky, the technology, but yeah, quick run through. We've got Stubbsy here on the mediums. Watch out for him. It's going to be super racy. And we've got James behind, also on the mediums, as well as K-Mag. Rooney on the medium. Vettel will start on the softs. We've got Celtic Speed P9. Let's get that up here and show you. He'll be on the medium tyre. Lawn on the medium. Yanni Jans, of course, P11. Not a bad place to be starting on the fresh medium as well at that. One thing you don't want is damage early on if you're starting on the medium. You'd keep your nose clean. It's going to be crucial. Dunsworth, he's already on the grid with cold, hard tyres now, unfortunately. RSF1 Shaney is in the house, and he's in the P13 on the mediums. Would that be lucky for him? Then we've got Shafty, also known as Shrimper, P14 on the hards with Aki. So they just want to stay out of trouble early on and have a real soft tyre towards the end of the race and be able to attack. Scenario 7, Lando style, baby. There we go. Drivers will just be lining up on the grid. Final few burnouts. You can see the predicted strategies. The one stop medium to hards. Pit around lap 11 to 15. The window will be open. I think the two stop will come into play if there is a safety car at some point. Everyone just taking their grid slots. Quite a short run down into turn 1, but you can carry the speed if you get a clean line. If you're on the outside, it does become the inside, so it's not the end of the world. And here we go. 5 red lights are on. And the Chinese Grand Prix is underway. It looks like a good start from Alcosa. He's got amazing traction off the line as we head down into turn 1. Look, we got the medium right. I think that's Stubbsy up the inside. He's moved up into P2 already. And the Alpha Tauri's had a dreadful start here, slipping down the order. Got a Red Bull up the inside, making up some good places here. Everyone looks to have come through cleanly. And a good opening few corners. You can see the two Renaults going at it. No team orders here. We've got Dunsworth, is that up the inside or a Celtic speed? Almost touch. And Pez already stretching his legs. He needs to get his head down. Now, get out into rich revs. Start to burn this fuel off. Let's go ham, baby. Look at this. We've got the Merc up the inside. That's Rooney. Really needs to stay with that lead medium runner, which is Stubbsy at the minute. We've got the two Renaults still going at it. Like we said, no team orders. Celtic Speed does get the jump. Of course, he's on the softer compound as it stands. As we come down the straight, we've got a very wide running Haas. Going to rejoin the circuit. And we're coming down into the hairpin. Let's keep an eye on this battle here. Who's going to break the latest? K-Mag does. Weston's and Vettel going wheel to wheel. Who's going to come out? King. All the way up to the final corner. Alpha Tauri's got the inside line of Weston's, and he holds on to that position. And here we go. The standings will go a bit funny, I do believe. We're not going to pay too much attention to that. And Stubbsy's doing a good job here of holding on to Pez. Pez does have the pace. Stubbsy's got switched on early. He's got his head down. Look back through the grid. Oh, and the Haas dives down the inside. He's going to run deep. And yeah. Sent it. It was a day late and $1 short. Probably cost him a bit more time than he planned. Telemetry still needs to sort itself out because them gaps are not what it seems. The leader's coming through to the back straight. Oh, look at this. The Renault's going for it. Celtic Speed is on the charge. He's going to get a good exit. He's going to get a run at this point. You can see softs to hards, get them around lap 6 to 7, go to the end. Getting close but not close enough. How are we doing at the front? Stubbsy pumps in the fastest lap so far at the Grand Prix at 1 minute 34.8. He's got Pez in his sights. And he'll be able to smell the DRS soon. Go full charge and attack and try and take the lead. Pez's tyres will be starting to go off any time now. They do not last long around the Shanghai circuit. They take a punishment, especially that front left. Let's check in with the rest of the grid, see what's good. So who's the real winners and shakers from the opening stint? You see Stubbsy up 2 places, as well as K-Mag. Lightning start up 3 positions. K-Mag in a pretty good spot on their mediums right now. He's got a bit of clear air in front and behind. Always a bit comforting. Rooney has got James in his sights. They both have the DRS, so it won't be enough. You see the car ahead, James has to look to the outside, or look for the switchback now, get on the traction nicely, the Red Bull driver. And here comes James, he's going to be on the outside though, he's going to have to lift into the final corner. Again, try and get the ideal line, get on the traction nicer. Here we go, down the main straight, we've got a battle on here. This is for position 4. The Alfa Romeo coming under attack. It's a three-way battle down into turn 1. This is going to get tight, boys. But it's James that comes out, king of the hill there. But Rooney's lurking on the inside. And Rooney knows he needs to clear this. The gap is ever widening up towards Stubbsy in the lead pack. It's going to be crucial getting a good exit right now, because Stubbsy is really starting to turn the wick up. And the tyre overlay will start to come into effect. And we do have a spinner, and it's Vettel. Vettel is around. What can happen around there? Get on the power too early. And she's just done a swapsy. But he will resume. He'll be hoping for a safety car at this point. Try getting back into the mix. On lap 4 of the Grand Prix, Pez has led away from pole position. And Stubbsy has really got on a charge. Pez really kissing that apex there. Nice camera shot as we come down the main straight. It's half a second separating the leaders. Oh, and into the pits comes Ludlow. Ludlow's decided to box. Pit window is open for the 2-stop strategy. If we want to go deeper, you're going to have to make these tyres work a little harder for a little longer. So yeah, Ludlow and Lorne have opted to pits. And yeah, Stubbsy is going to have to get a move on, otherwise he's going to have K-Mag in DRS on this next lap by the look of it. K-Mag doing an excellent job there. Just lost Vettel from the session. Unfortunate scenes. Maybe had some damage at that point as well. Yeah, Vettel has spun. Yeah, even in the game, Vettel can't get a break. I think the name's cursed at this point. And as we can see here, K-Mag now. Look at this. It's going to become a three-way battle for the lead of the Grand Prix. We expect Pez to peel off into the pits soon if he's going for the 2-stop. But he might be stretching out and pushing onto the hard tyre. Let's see as we come down into the hairpin. Pez goes defensive, holds the inside line. It's not going to make this easy for Stubbsy. Stubbsy gets the switchback, gets on power nicely, but it's not going to be enough, is it, as we come up to the final corner. And yes, Pez pits. Pez does opt for the pit lane. That can easily catch you out there, as we saw running very close into the final corner, but it's now Stubbsy that leads the way on them medium tyres, and K-Mag is right with him. This has been good for K-Mag at this point in the Grand Prix. He's still in with a chance of winning this, and we have lost Westerns. We have lost Westerns. It is on the pit straight. Let's see if we can catch a glimpse, but I think it is on track. I think it might have been out of the final corner. Yeah, we've touched the curb, and it's put us to the left-hand side there. And that's the stricken AlphaTauri. And here we go, boys. Here we go. Safety car deployed. Safety car, and this has not worked out too well for Pez. What tyres do we have on now? Sorry, wrong button. So Pez has opted for the hards, but he's not going to have the luxury of the free pit stop. And when we talk about a free pit stop, it's when the cars are going a lot slower around the circuit. So that speed overlay of you coming into the pit, slowing down, it's not going to be as excessive, like the gap in terms of speed lost. And yeah, Pez will be cursing right at this minute. But I think the medium runners are going to still have to stretch this stint out. Could go onto the hards themselves now. It's going to be an interesting call. See what the leaders do, and I think we're going to have a real mix in terms of strategy. So safety car deployed, lap 6 of 28. Probably get racing on what, lap 8 once again. Yes, Stubbsy, K-Mag, both in pit lane. What's James going to do? Yeah, James Rooney. It's a free pit stop. Can't turn it down. We like a freebie, don't we? Not worked out too well for the hard runners. I don't know if you're going to have... Well, you're going to have to use a different compound and somehow make it to the end of the race. Yanni Jans is the only one so far which has not opted to box. We've also got a Red Bull coming through. Looks like everyone else is in pit lane at this point. It's going to be any double stacking. Looks pretty okay. Ludlow as well. He just made his pit stop. So he moves himself back up to position 8. So we have a new leader, which is Mr. Yanni Jans, who's yet to stop. Started on their medium compound tyres. Currently leads the way. Should be good for another good while. We'll be able to get them up to temperature a bit better off the restart, as they are scrubbed. When we talk about scrubbed, they're basically second hand. They're a bit worn in, and there's less rubber to basically heat up within the tyre itself, and it just helps you to get them in the right operating window a bit sooner. But of course, a fresher tyre will always be king once it's in the sweet spot. And we've got Stubbsy behind on the fresh hards. Okay. K-Mag is going to have to make this work. He's going to have to be sending it. He's put on the soft tyres. So, interesting. Very interesting strat now. K-Mag, let's have a look through all of the tyres. So he's committed himself to the 2-stop from the McLaren driver. They will definitely not be good till the end of the Grand Prix. And the safety car will go around for one more lap, so I'll just take a short break and I'll be right back with you in just a moment. Strangely, Yanni Jans has pitted this lap. He has pitted. He's thought twice about it. And yeah, he's going to go to the end of the Grand Prix, you'd expect now. Or maybe just getting the mandatory tyre situation out of the way. So it will be difficult to get these hard compound tyres up to temperature where the likes of K-Mag, currently in P2, on them softs. Stubbs is going to have to watch out, maybe let him go and try and stay with him. That'll be the smart thing to do if K-Mag does have the pace off the restart. Safety car lights have gone off. Race control have given us the green light to go racing. That's just Shrimpy's luck. Big up CSR Vito in the chat. He says CSR Pez or Stubbsy for the W. Big up Skills on the commentary. Thank you, sir. I like to watch these guys. Good bunch of drivers. As we see everyone weaving, just get that final bit of temperature into the tyre, the brakes. Get the engine settings in the right mode. ERS. Don't have to worry about in this game, of course. Is a bit more simplified. And when is Stubbsy gonna go? And he's gone. There's a bit of a gap behind Celtic speed now, it looks like. As we come down into turn 1, K-Mag's gonna have so much more grip and confidence as we break into here. You can see he can carry so much more speed. Lovely sweeping corners and great shots here. Here comes K-Mag. Oh, there's contact. K-Mag's on the grass. He's managed to survive. Looking for that move early on, and it didn't pay off there. He wants to get it done as soon as possible. Makes maximum advantage. Oh, we've got the Ferrari and the Alfa going side by side, the two Italian outfits. And it's the Ferrari that comes out ahead of that scrap. Here we go, is it going to happen? It's Ryder on board with K-Mag himself. Going to get a great launch out of this corner. We're already going to fly on by. Stubbs is going to tap back in though. And he's going to go on attack himself. Start to use the overtake. Will he come back at him? No, I think he's going to look for the toe now. They're still going on back here. Ludlow has slipped back. K-Mag sets the fastest lap time of the Grand Prix. No surprise there. But he's going to need to check out now and to drop Stubbsy. Give himself a bit of breathing space and make this two-stop strategy now work. It's the battle for the lead starting to widen. It's almost a second and a half now. Looks like the action is back here. Battle for P8. P7, sorry. Oh, Shaney's had a moment. Shaney's had a moment and he's taken the Ferrari with him. Oh, luckily he's ghosted now. The Ferrari's got extensive damage. He's lost most of the front wing as well as the Williams. That was an unfortunate moment there. We've got a lot of debris on the circuit. Yellow flags are deployed. But we're back to green flag racing and that's really going to cost. Yeah, we've lost Shrimpy there. And Shaney. A long way back to the pits from there. See if anyone can make a move down into the hairpin. K-Mag out in front with a 2-second lead now. McLaren having a sniff, looking for the switchback. Short shift early. K-Mag with another fastest lap of the Grand Prix, a 33 dead now. Somebody get this man some flex tape. Need to patch it up. Rooney looks to be the man on the charge. He's got Pez in his sights. Both on the same strategy now. Both trying to make them hard tyres work towards the end of the Grand Prix. We got contact here. The Alfa Romeo drifting up the inside. The McLaren got on the power and the cleaner. And he gets up ahead. That looked like a send and a half. He licked it. He half sent it. And he half spun almost. So Rooney again is having a good old sniff now. We'll check in with the penalties shortly. Looks like the most of the front runners looking pretty clean up to this point. And Rooney's got he's in a Red Bull sandwich as it stands. Currently the number 9 Mercedes. Here we go. Change of position. Rooney gets ahead down into the hairpin. And the Red Bull's almost touched there. And the Renault's joining the party in the background as well. Blowing up the inside. Oh, we got another car coming as well. Yanni Hans wanted a bite of that. K-Mag now with 3.2 seconds advantage. Going to keep an eye on that gap closely. Cheney picks up a penalty out the final corner there. Oh no, not the final corner. Excuse me. Yeah, Rooney really needs to drop this battle if he's going to try and claw in Stubbsy at this point. He doesn't need to be coming under attack, using his ERS in unnecessary locations. Taking a bit of the grass there, Pez, that's going to have cost him a couple of attempts. Maybe had to lift slightly. Nice that we've got a good few battles on track. This is currently the battle for the final step on the podium as it stands. We know K-Mag is going to have to stop again. That gap now 3.5 seconds. And Rooney is slipping away ever so slightly. Stubbs it at this point. So if you was driving in this, are you going to stop again, boys? That is my question. You're going to go on to the soft tyre for the final charge, maybe fastest lap as well. It's always a risk if you get caught out with the safety car in that strategy when you're trying to come back through. We've already seen one today. So that gap has started to stabilise between K-Mag. Currently leads the way in Stubbsy on them harder tyres in P2. So them softs starting to go a bit stale at this point. Stubbsy starting to stretch his legs. The race is a bit neutralised at the minute. Everyone's just pace is sort of evened out of it. Everyone's in a bit of a DRS train and just looking maybe towards the end of the Grand Prix for the final charge. What they're going to do for this final stint of the Grand Prix. Who do you think is going to come out king of the hill? Stubbsy is looking pretty good at the minute. It's going to take a bit of a mistake from him, or maybe an alternate strat for Rooney to position himself up at the top. K-Mag's going to have some work to do. Like we say, that gap has stopped widening now anyway. It's coming down all the time. now down to under 3 seconds. Oh, we got a yellow flag. Someone is off. What's happened? Who have we lost? Shaney. We retired. And we got safety car. Safety car deployed. This is beautiful for K-Mag. This keeps him in the fight. Big time, big time. Rooney's going to the end. Stubbsy's opted to pit. Probably going to look to go on the mediums, I anticipate. Yeah, fresh set of mediums. It's going to be quick towards the end of the Grand Prix. Is Stubbsy now. K-Mag as well, out on their mediums. This is beautiful for K-Mag. He can win the Grand Prix from here. He really can. And most of the grid are opting for the pits now. Only ones not to stop was Pez and Rooney. They're going to stay on the hards. Everyone else opting for the mediums. So it's going to be just over 50% of the Grand Prix gone. Gonna have to take their mediums a fair distance still. Safety car should be coming in at the end of lap 16, we anticipate. So we get racing on lap 17. And the only one on the hard tyre is Lawn, or on a fresh hard, shall we say. Got used hards at the front of the order. And Stubbsy and K-Mag, they're going to be slicing through the field. Now, this is perfect for K-Mag. Safety car gods have looked down upon thee today. Should be very gracious. Grazie ragazzi. So Rooney's got track position. Can he convert it? I mean, he's going to have to hope he can drop Pez. Pez starts to battle with the likes of K-Mag and Stubbsy. Of course, Stubbsy is main title protagonist. How's he going to fare on this alternate strap? Getting pretty good, I'd say. So it's all geared up. The field is all bunched up now. Look to see the safety car make an entrance to the pit lane this lap. I'll definitely be rooting for all these boys at the front here. K-Mag though, we'd love to see him do well in this point in the race. As well as Pez, can he hang on? 9 laps already on them hard tyres. Should go to the end comfortably now with these few laps under the safety car. Gonna have a job warming them up. Going to need to stay with Rooney all the way here. He's going to need that DRS if he's going to survive. And here we go, race control. Safety car is coming in this lap. So Rooney will start to bunch the field up, start to control the pace. Oh, as you can see, K-Mag just kissed the back end of the Red Bull. Hopefully no penalties ensued there. Let's have a quick look at the situation. Rooney's on 2 warnings. Pez, squeaky clean. Got 2 warnings for K-Mag. Stubbsy's on the 1. James, there's only 1 warning as well. Celtic speed, nice and clean, boys. That's what we want to see. And then we've only got a penalty for Aki as the first with a penalty. Let's currently down the order, but let's get ready to go racing once again. And Rooney, he's already bolted. He's already gone. And this is going to be a crucial restart here. Pez looks to have stayed with him. Looks to have dropped K-Mag's line. He's going to come back at him though. It almost worked. Almost worked. But here comes Pez as we rocket down towards turn 1. Stubbsy's having a look as well. Look at this. Pez coming under attack. We have the inside now. But K-Mag is already up into second place. That is a crucial manoeuvre. And Stubbsy now, he's got the drive. He's got the softer compound. He's going to be able to brake later. And he's going to send it up the inside. They're going to kiss. Stubbsy's moved himself up now into position 3. And K-Mag is already all over the back. Look, 2 Red Bulls. Multi, 21 boys. Whoa. Christian, we've been having kittens at this point. They're still going to send it up the inside. He's on them hards. Pez not giving up here. Off the restart. Rooney's led away. Right, he's got K-Mag and Co with him on their mediums. Oh, the Renault sent it now. Celtic speed as well. Pez will not be happy with that one. And here we go as we come onto the back straight. We get the long slingshot all the way down. Who's going to be making the moves? Rooney's going to come under attack. No DRS at this point. We're going to get parked up nicely on the apex. And K-Mag, going to say it again, all over the back. Here we go. Here we go. Here comes K-Mag. We're going to show him the outside down into 1. We're going to have the ideal line. K-Mag is still there. Ever lurking on their mediums. Try and hang him out to dry here. Oh, and he comes back. He bites back. Oh, and that's Rooney run wide. And that's Stubbsy. That's Stubbsy. It's just slipped on by. Up into P2. Battle to watch now though is between Stubbsy and K-Mag. They are on the faster tyre. And Rooney, he's not in a good position right now. Them hards are really not going to work out too well. I mean, they will come good once again. But only once their mediums pretty warm. Yeah, Pez dropping like a stone. I don't think it was the right thing to stay out there. I mean, I get the track position, but around here you can overtake. And you do need good grip in your tyres. Quite a low track abrasion, you'd say. Not the best grip. Stubbsy just having a little look, trying to fill up the mirrors of the McLaren there. It's a bit too early on the power though. Touches the rear end of the McLaren. And he's dropped back a little bit there. We're coming to start lap 19 of 28. K-Mag's leading away. DRS is now in effect. We're going to have it available at the next available opportunity, boys. Case of damage limitation here for Rooney today, doing a good job on the hards. Got a hard task ahead of him. Oh, that's Pez around. Pez is out of the session. Severe damage there to the Red Bull driver. And we've got a full course VSC deployed. VSC, virtual safety car deployed. And it's going to neutralize everyone's pace. You have to adhere to a delta. If you do exceed that, you will be issued with a drive-through penalty. So do not do that, boys, under any circumstances. Rooney would have been praying for a full course, a full safety car. It's not really going to work out too well if you do pit under a VSC, especially if you get going straight away. So who's going to get caught napping? We get race control's message to get racing once again. It can really catch you out if you are in a braking zone, for instance. You can be extra cautious. And here we go, Aki has been issued with a drive-through penalty. It's exactly what I'm on about. You have to be so cautious. And unlucky to Aki there. He's having a good race, currently in P7, good points. That's going to drop him all the way back, well, into P10. Everyone's going to score points as it stands. So leaders have broken away at this point. Rooney's got the fast charge in James and Celtic speed. Looks like his pace is bridging the gap as it stands. So Shrimper says, I literally tapped the wall. Did even damage my wing, but my wheel came off. You have to blame the mechanics then, mate. That's all I can say. You need to have a look at the Ferrari engineers. I think it's poor from their part, poor build quality, mate. We know what a Ferrari car can be like. As we rocket on down the straight. At Celtic speed in our toe. It also has the DRS enabled. Rooney's just up ahead of us. Rooney needs a good exit here. Oh! Into the pits comes James. Interesting call here. Opting for the soft tyre. The last blast in this session. James Yanni Jans. Lawn locking up coming into the pits, number 52 Mercedes. As we look at the front of the order. Let's have a look back here, sorry. Aki and Dunsworth going at it. Remember, Aki will have to serve that drive-through penalty very soon. The Renault's still there. It's going to be on the outside though. Can he stick it around the long way? That's the wisest thing, lifts out of it. Lives to fight another day. Attack down the back straight, lad. So Rooney now only has one car to worry about, and that is Celtic speed that's sticking with him. He's going to have to do his most to save his ERS, use it in the right spots, and go scenario 7 down that back straight. Celtic speed's coming. He's coming. Going to be on the outside. He's going to be able to brake deeper. And Rooney just slots on in behind, and that is Celtic speed up into a podium slot as it stands. Celtic speed having a good Grand Prix up until now. Rooney's going to do his best to hang on in there in that DRS zone as we've got more drivers in the pits. And that's going to be Aki coming in to serve his drive-through penalty, sorry. And he gets a 3-second warning as well. Cutting the corner, gutted. There's going to be a change of the lead anytime soon. The number 37 Racing Point is looming large now in K-Mag's mirrors. You know, Stubbsy, he's got the minerals. Just going to be crucial getting turn 13 right for the rest of this race. K-Mag doing a very good job to fend off at the minute. Or is Stubbsy just playing the long game? Going to position himself when he needs to. And then final few laps. Going to be managing the car. This is Dunsworth and Ludlow, the battle for P5. Renault versus Alpha. remember Lawn pitted. I'm sure James did as well. It's showing 6 lap old, but I think they're a fresh set. So not much further to go, boys. Lap 23 of 28, the Republic of Motorsport Round 4 here at the Chinese Grand Prix. It's been an up and down race. We've had a couple of safety cars, we've had a VSC, we've lost a few key drivers, we've lost Vettel, Westerns, Shafty, also known as Shrimper, and RSF1 Shaney and Pez. All 2 unfortunate incidents, and here comes Stubbsy down into the apex. He's up the inside. And he's got the position, he's up into the lead, and watch him fly now. Fly, 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 Stubbsy. It's going to be scenario 7 all the way to the flag now. Let's push now, baby. Come on, K-Mag. Can he fight back? Down into 1. He's going to look to hang it around the long way. They're going to go wheel to wheel. The McLaren driver going to look to slip back under him. And get the nicer angle on the power here. Have an opportunity down into the next braking zone if he's close enough. Is he close enough? He's going to have to go around the outside once again. He's going to brake deeper and later. Stubbsy is not going to give him the apex. Good wheel-to-wheel action here. They're still side by side. Should come up to the fast left-hander. And yeah, Stubbsy does a smart thing. He's going to slip back in, get the DRS and try and make it stick this time. Alon pops up with the fastest lap on 1 minute 32.391. Here we go again. Stubbs is going to have the outside line. You have to look for the switchback. He gets it. Clean run here up to the final corner, but he's going to have to hang it around the long way, and he does. Stubbsy moves back up into position 1, but watch out for K-Mag. K-Mag is not going to give up that easily. He's going to have DRS enabled. He's going to go around the outside the long way once again into turn 1. Stubbsy's going to make life a bit difficult for us. And yeah, we're going to touch a few marbles. Oh, Stubbsy really getting the squeeze on here. And the McLaren driver obliges as well. And who comes through in front? K-Mag's still there. Stubbsy's going to look for it under brakes. And a good ding-dong battle here between K-Mag and Stubbsy at this point. Giving us some great entertainment. Lap 25 of 28. Not long to go. It's going to be about who blinks first at this point. Pretty much the only battle to watch on track at the minute. The only battle that's within DRS shooting range as we speak. As we come round the final corner to start lap 26 of 28. It's the final push, the final kick, boys. Save some in reserve. Let's just get a feel out for where they are at the minute. Not surprising. Rooney might be able to close up Selk speed in the final stages. We're going to have to watch out for that one. Great move from Ludlow there, up into P5. Having a nice little resurgence of form here late on in the Grand Prix. Really doing a good job to hold on to Celtic Speed as it stands. And it looks like we're going to go for one final push, boys. Push now. Hammer time. Scenario 7 is available. Oh yes, on the penultimate lap of the Grand Prix. It's the final piece of the jigsaw now. You need to position yourself, have the right amount of juice at the right time. Do they have enough fuel in reserve? Do they have enough tyres in reserve? Do they have enough concentration to last it out now? Okay, Mag, whatever happens, he's done a fine job today. Really impressed me. I might have to put him up there for driver of the day. Let me know your thoughts on that and who would be your pick. Let's have a final look at the position changes. K-Mag is up 5, Stubbsy's up 2, Celtic Speed up 6, as well as Dunsworth. Renault's having a good day. Aki up 7 spots as well. Remember, Aki done the drive-through as well, didn't he? Very good day if that is. And we're just going to let this final lap unfold now. The race, like usual, absolutely flies by. We've had some great action today. Didn't really work out for the likes of Rooney and Pez when it came to that strat call when we had the safety car. And it's really benefited the likes of K-Mag in particular, who had to really start to sieve through the field at the right place at the right time. And yeah, this is the final charge to the flag. Rooney as well, he's almost within that DRS shooting range. Can he catch Celtic Speed on this final lap? Are them mediums starting to fade quick enough for Rooney to try and get that final step on the podium? And here comes K-Mag, he's driven brilliantly like we said. He's got nothing in the tank. He's going to be using every ounce of the battery. Every kilowatt, shall we say. Every drop of petrol. He's going to squeeze it out. And looks like Stubbsy, he knows what's about to happen. RSF1 K-Mag wins the Chinese Grand Prix. Stubbsy comes home P2. And who's going to win this battle for the final step on the podium? Celtic Speed comes across the line in P3. Rooney P4. Good drive from Celtic Speed here in the office today. Ludlow's going to come home P5. P5, shall I say, Rich. Dunsworth P6. James is going to come home P7. And then we've got Aki. Tough day at the office for him. He's hung on in there. And he's going to get some points in return. And that's P8 for Aki. Yanian's maybe out of fuel. We just slowed down. He runs a bit wide out the final corner. He's going to come home P9. A couple of points for him. Here comes Lorne. P10 and the final point. And that is the Chinese Grand Prix from the Republic of Motorsport. So it's that man, Stubbsy. He takes it. We didn't realise K-Mag had a penalty. Stubbsy, yet again, on the top step of the podium. K-Mag's still my winner today. K-Mag, you take home driver of the day, son. A valiant drive from you. Really was in the, in the fire, in the pit. And really had to dig deep there. So a great drive from you. A great drive from Celtic Speed, also joining them on the podium. But congratulations to Stubbsy. Unlucky to K-Mag. A good Grand Prix. And yeah, let's try and get him in for an interview. as we get through the final standings here. Stubbsy wins, K-Mag second, Celtic Speed third, and it's Rooney, Ludlow, Dunsworth, RSF1 James, and we've got Aki, Yaniyans, Lawn, and then our DNFs of Pez, Shaney, Shafty, also known as Shrimper, Westerns, and Vettel. Alright, so that's it for the Chinese Grand Prix. What did you make of it? Let us know in the chat. Thoroughly thrilling for me. Good one to watch along. And here's the P3 man, Celtic Speed. Remember to include your audio, sir. Please do not swear. Yeah, great Grand Prix from you, Celtic Speed. A nice podium today. Was you expecting that when you approached this race today?
Not at all. This is actually my worst track.
The worst track?
I just wanted to survive it. I hate it with a passion. So I'm just glad to get through it. Just try. Enough. Jordan actually got a drive-through penalty, but it would have nice to get back with him on track. But it turned out like that, unfortunately.
Sorry, I was getting a bit of an echo there. This was a bit hard to understand. But yeah, congratulations, Celtic Speed. A valiant drive. Well-deserved podium today. We've got the rest of the podium joining us. I do believe we've got our race winner, Stubbsy and K-Mag in the party. Boys, discuss it amongst each other. How was that race for you two?
K-Mag, you can start.
It was amazing. Racing with probably the fastest guy raced this year. Stubbsy is really fast, and this is one of my best tracks, so I was expecting a podium at least. Just happy with the result. Fire racing, that was really nice on track to be battling.
Yeah, I'd say that was K-Mag's race to win, really. He definitely had more pace than me. I was able to stick with him with the DRS in that last stint. I knew he had that penalty, I just had to keep myself clean. Luckily managed to take another win, extend my championship lead, but overall, China's not one of my best tracks, but I enjoyed the race, and I think K-Mag probably deserved the win there. He had better pace, but it is how it is.
Yes, boys, it is what it is, but they have huge kudos to K-Mag. Really stepped up in the pace today. He was leading it. You know, he was under fire from Stubbsy. You survived it on track. Unlucky with the penalty, my friend. But congratulations to you all, and thank you for tuning in for another Republic of Motorsport Grand Prix. Join you same time, same place next week for round 5, and look forward to that one, boys.